Hello boaters, welcome to Narrowboat Journeys. We're on the southern edge of Nantwich, on the Shropshire Union Canal, and in this video I'm going to travel through Nantwich, out the other side and up as far as Hurleston junction, and that's where the Shropshire Union Canal joins onto the Llangollen Canal. Now I'm starting this trip very early in the morning, it's about 6 o'clock. And the reason for that is that I plan to stop at the waterways, the boaters' facilities a bit further on, and this is a very busy area, so the chances of having to queue are much reduced if I get there early. At least that's the theory. However, it's a beautiful day and the lighting will improve as we go on a little bit. Now here's a map of the trip that I'm going to make. We're starting at the start point near the bottom of the map, and we're working up to Hurleston Junction at the top of the map. That's on the dark blue line. The light blue line is the Llangollen Canal. The red line is a shortcut to the shops. The canal skirts the western side of Nantwich, and for the most part it's raised up on a high embankment. There's lots of places you can moor up here, but the canal is very busy in the summer. But the town of Nantwich is a lovely little place. Bridge 91 up ahead there pretty much marks the start of the embankment, and there on the left you can see a stop gate, so that means that they can close that and isolate the embankment if they need to. This is quite a long stretch with many places to moor, and at the other end of the embankment we'll be going over the Nantwich Aqueduct, which is quite impressive. I'll show you some pictures of that when we get there. This narrow bit is the aqueduct. It's more impressive from the road, to be honest. And on the other side of the aqueduct we have yet more visitor moorings. There's quite a lot of them, but as I've said before, it is extremely busy here, so you'll be quite lucky to get a spot if you turn up at a busy time. That bridge up ahead is bridge number 92, and the boaters' facilities are on this side of it to the left. Let's hope there's no one there. Also on the left here is a boatyard where you can get your diesel and gas, etc. And the boaters' facilities are just a little bit further ahead. And it looks like I've been lucky. Getting up early and making that really early start means there's no boats here. Usually there'll be loads of boats queuing up to use this. There's only room for about 2 boats to moor up here at a time. It's very congested. There are no other facilities for a long way really. So I was lucky. And I've stopped the engine, so we're just drifting silently into the bank now. Well, almost silently. Well, I've got water, I've emptied the Elsan, I've got rid of the rubbish, so let's carry on. Just to the right of Bridge 92 is a lovely wooden horse sculpture. I don't know who made it. And to the left is a short canal arm, which is now used for mooring boats. All private moorings in here. On the left we have a little marina, which is mostly for very small narrowboats and for cruisers, so it keeps them out of harm's way from the bigger boats, that's for sure. We're now coming to the end of all the private moorings, so once we're past these boats we're back out into open countryside again. On my travels I've seen quite a few people living in tents beside the canals. It's very sad. The A534 road crosses the canal at Bridge 95. It's normally quite busy, but seemed reasonably quiet when I went under it. Despite the road, it's quite nice here. We've got private moorings on the left and visitor moorings on the right. And here's the second moving boat I've seen today. The first one passed me whilst I was at the boaters' facilities. We're still really quite early in the morning. We're very close to Hurleston junction now, but I had a few other things to do, so I decided to go through those locks on the next day. So very early again the next morning, because these locks are chained up shut overnight. They don't open till 8 o'clock in the morning. Now by 2020 I think this should be different, because they're working on the locks and trying to repair them. The problem is that the bottom lock of Hurleston Junction onto the Llangollen Canal is super narrow. It's kind of closed in on itself, and some boats get stuck going into it, so you have to have CRT staff there making sure that you're going to fit in okay. I've been through there once before though, about 20 years ago, so I know I'm going to fit through. Anyway, we take a sharp left on the other side of Bridge 97. You can turn your boat here as well if you want to. So you turn left for the Llangollen Canal, or if you carry straight on you can go up to Chester. But I've decided to have a trip down the Llangollen Canal. So I got here at about 8 o'clock in the morning, when the CRT staff should be starting work, but I still had to queue up. There was another boat already there waiting. In the next video we'll make a start down the Llangollen Canal, so stay with me, and because that's a really pretty canal. It's really nice to go down. So thank you very much for watching. The journey will continue in the next video.